All right, from 5 News, I'm meteorologist Stephen Elmore. We do have a new tornado watch that was just issued across parts of the river valley. We knew that after this morning's strong storms, we could have some resurgence by the time we got to the evening, and that's definitely played out so far. This new tornado watch is going to go out for Sequoia, LaFleur, Crawford, Franklin, and Sebastian counties until 1 a.m. going into Monday morning. Well, we're going to talk about all what we need to know for tonight, get a little update. I'm going to go ahead and send our mobile push alert here so that we can get more information out to more folks. Again, not necessarily we have an immediate threat for any severe weather right now. It's starting to get on the doorstep, especially in the river valley for some of those strong to severe thunderstorms. And we've seen some rotation this evening, but it's been well off towards the southwest so far. So again, no immediate threat, just giving an update before we get really late into the night. And then we start getting those severe weather alerts on our phones, waking us up at night, wanting to know what is going on outside. So while we sent that push alert, let's go ahead and talk about what we got. Again, new tornado watch. We had one extended into LaFleur County earlier this evening. They've go ahead and re-extended that watch, including more counties now into parts of the river valley. Again, Crawford, Franklin, parts of Sebastian County and Sequoia County as well. That new tornado watch is going to go out until 1 a.m. What you see in green here is that flood watch that was also extended today. That is now going out until Tuesday morning for the chances of some really heavy rainfall, not only for late this evening into tomorrow morning, but then again throughout most of the day on Monday and especially Monday evening. We're going to be walking through that timeline right now. But before we get to that timeline, let's go ahead and look at live radar right now. Pretty quiet so far this evening. Sure, we've had a few rumbles of thunder here and there, but really it's just been scattered showers. If you have had one of those showers, it's been pretty steady outside. But nothing in the way of severe weather since this morning when we had some really strong, powerful storms. Throughout the day today, we may be seeing some breaks in the cloud coverage, lots of sunshine, and that's helped build up that energy once again. So now that we're starting to see this line of thunderstorms redevelop, we could be in for another evening where we have those strong to severe thunderstorms. That's why we've gone ahead and declared that weather impact alert day. When we look at radar right now, again, scattered showers across northwest Arkansas and the river valley. One cell we're looking at just outside of LaFleur County that's moving off towards the east has produced some rotation, has produced some strong winds, but no warning right now for LaFleur County. I think if that warning is extended, the next place it's going to go is going to be into LaFleur County. Really all along the edge here, we're going to be seeing some of these stronger winds. Again, mainly the threat's going to be across the river valley, northwest Arkansas, left outside of that tornado watch. We're still expecting to see some heavy rainfall, some strong winds. Could see those wind gusts peaking up around 60 miles per hour. If we do, we'll get a severe thunderstorm warning. But again, that's still later on this evening. Right now sitting at 7:45. So I think our timeline is pushing later on into this evening. I think we could see these storms arriving anytime close to after 8 p.m., close to 9 p.m., and then again pushing till 1 a.m. when that tornado watch finally expires. If we put this into motion here, let's put it over the last hour or so. You've kind of seen these thunderstorms. They're rotating just a bit. They're producing lots of lightning as well. And really the southern end of this line of thunderstorms is where the strongest part of these cells have been. That's what's produced the rotation that's led to multiple tornado warnings. That's what's also produced those wind gusts over 60 miles per hour, resulting in those severe thunderstorm warnings as well. That's what's coming our direction. And again, throughout the day today, we've been looking at the data of what the storm fuel is outside, and everything that's communicated to us is showing us that most of the fuel available is going to be across the river valley. That's why you see that watch extended until 1 a.m. across Sequoia, Crawford, Franklin, Sebastian, and LaFleur counties, and left northwest Arkansas outside of it. So we take a look at our weather impact alert graphic, what we need to know over the next couple of hours and then heading into tomorrow as well. It's not only the storm threat for tonight, but it's also the storm threat for tomorrow night as well, with heavy rainfall coming for this evening and then again for Monday evening. That's going to lead to some flooding concerns. I think a general concept of what we can expect by the time we're all said and done with all this rainfall is anywhere between 2 to 6 inches of rainfall. That's what we've been saying. That's what models are still suggesting to us, with the chances of seeing some localized higher totals than that. But I think 2 to 6 inches is right in the ballpark of where we're going to finish when it comes to all of this rainfall. And when it comes to the severe risk for both nights, tonight and tomorrow, they've both been increased over the past day. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. This is the newest update from the Storm Prediction Center for today. And this shows you that level 3 enhanced risk, and if you've been with us through storms before, you know that enhanced risk means that we have the chances of some really strong storms moving through, and that's what we have available for us tonight. So here's a look at that Day 1 outlook for us. Earlier this evening, it was just across portions of Sequoia and LaFleur County. It stopped at the state line. What the Storm Prediction Center has done is they've moved that level 3 enhanced risk to now include parts of western Arkansas. This is the area where we're going to have the best chances of seeing a few of those tornadoes, the best chances of seeing those wind gusts anywhere between 60 to 70 miles per hour. The rest of northwest Arkansas, though, and parts of the river valley can't be ruled out as well to see some of those strong storms. We have that level 2 slight risk still at play for tonight. Again, yesterday, it didn't look like we were going to see a lot of resurgence after our morning storms that we had for today. Well, we got that today, and that's why we've continuously seen this risk for tonight grow now that we're entering into the timeline where we could see these storms produce, again, the potential for some tornadoes, the potential for some of those strong damaging winds. Let's go ahead and look at Futurecast and show you kind of the timeline that we're going to be in for now. This is for Monday. Let's take it back. So over the next couple of hours, we're going to really start to see this line of thunderstorms start to come together. Already starting to see that now. Already starting to see some of those warnings populate as well. That's why we're starting to see that watch extended. So when it comes to later this evening, that line of thunderstorms is going to get really defined. It's going to start to produce some of those strong straight line winds, and then it's also going to have the chances of some rotation as well. That's what we're going to have to watch out for until 1 a.m. when that watch expires. Overnight tonight, that straight line wind threat moves through. It's going to have the chances of producing those winds around 60 miles per hour. If we do get that, that's going to produce that warning, but then also the chances for some rotation as well. Then we have that heavy rainfall during the overnight hours, and then we enter into this lull until the next round of rain comes in by the time we get to Monday evening. For our threats tonight, I think it's anywhere between the flooding risk and the wind threat. When it comes to the tornado threat, it's low, but it's not zero. That's why we're already starting to see with our chat from the National Weather Service out of Tulsa. They go into their conference with the Storm Prediction Center. They talk about what they see, and they communicate that to us. I think the overall verbiage that's starting to come out tonight is, look, our main concern is going to be the chances for some strong straight line winds that can cause some damage, that can cause some power outages as well. But when it comes to the rotation factor that leads to tornadoes, still a low risk, but it's not zero. And we're starting to see a certain spot on radar right now where we're starting to see a lot of that storm fuel get sucked in and also have the chances of producing some more of those tornado warnings. That's what we'll be watching out for tonight. When it comes to the flooding risk, we've already picked up a lot of rainfall so far today. Expect a lot more overnight tonight, and then once again into Monday evening. So let's go back up here. Let's take another look at radar and one last look at that watch. Then we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Again, nothing active right now. We'll watch out for our next warning potentially pushing into parts of LaFleur County. But outside of that, that's where that strongest cell is going to be into that southern part of the line of thunderstorms. If we go ahead and move that down, no tornado warnings right now, but if we look at the history of this, a lot of those tornado warnings have been produced by the southern end where you see a lot of those lightning strikes. So we'll start to see if we see any signs of maybe some rotation firing back up on the southern end of things. Outside of that, we got some scattered showers across northwest Arkansas, parts of the river valley as well. Nothing close to the severe limits. That's coming later this evening. Again, new tornado watch that's going out for Crawford, Franklin, Sebastian, Sequoia, and Leflore County. That goes out until 1 a.m. this morning. Chief Meteorologist Scott Covert and I are going to be tracking these storms over the next several hours. What we will bring to you is if we start to see several of those severe thunderstorm warnings, we'll definitely hop back on our live streaming platforms. If we do have the chances of seeing a tornado tonight, we'll not only be on our live streaming platform on 5 Plus and Facebook and YouTube, but we'll also be hopping on Channel 5 as well to bring you that newest information. Right now, I'm 5 News meteorologist Stephen Elmore. We'll continue to track these storms as we go on throughout